Well, hi, hello, and a warm welcome to this video. Now, in my previous video, I talked about 6 great offline art marketing strategies, so check that out here. And definitely hang in to the end because I shared a secret 7th one as well. So link is also in the description below this video. But today, more importantly, we're talking about the 7 best online marketing tips for artists. Now, I know that a lot of you are probably stuck at home and the only way you've been marketing your art is online. So this video is going to be especially for you. Now, don't forget to stay right to the end too, because I'm going to share the one thing that makes all the difference. The one thing that's going to save you time and save you money. Yes, those 2 really precious resources that we just don't want to waste. So, if you're here for the first time, my name's Sophie Mahir and I help artists make a good living from their art or creativity by building a stable, profitable business doing what they love. If that sounds like you and you'd like to learn more tips and tricks about building your profitable art business, then you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to get notified every time I post a new video, which by the way is every week on a Wednesday. And if you like the content of this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up as well. All right, so let's go ahead and dive straight in. All right, so the first thing to consider is marketing budget. Are you building from scratch with 0 money behind you, or do you have a marketing budget allocated to spend every month? Now, obviously you can imagine that I advocate that one. Starting from 0 can be quite a long haul, can be quite frustrating, and can end up just really kind of making you feel like you don't want to be doing it anymore. This is why the number of artists we speak to who say, I don't know what to do with marketing, I don't want to do marketing, it's taking up too much of my time. And that's really because you're not thinking about, you are a business. And as a business, you're going to want to allocate some funds to making the marketing a little bit more targeted and your results a little bit faster. So in today, the 7 tips I'm going to share with you, 6 are things you can do from nothing with 0 money. And one of them is, of course, paid for. And the reason I'm doing it like that is because I know that a lot of you starting out will want the free stuff. And I'm hoping that after a while you might see that, yeah, okay, do you know what? It's really important to put in a budget. Even if you start with $50 or £50, £25 a month and you build from there. Once you start making sales in your art business, then you can allocate a proportion of that towards your marketing budget. And that means that things are going to grow faster and you're going to spend more time doing the creative stuff and less time doing the marketing because you've got a little bit of budget behind it. Do you still need to put the work in? Absolutely. Will it make it quicker, faster, easier if you have a budget? Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and look at those 7 tips. All right, number 1, the paid for strategy, that's ads, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google, you name it, showing your content in front of a targeted audience. And that's the real key here. Doing ads means that you can actually create an audience of the people that you want to show your content to. So it's very, very targeted. And that is one of the great ways and one of the reasons why so many of us run ads. Downside, it's a bit of a learning curve, particularly on Facebook and on Instagram. And at the moment, the whole system is going through just a little bit of a few hiccups, should we say. So right now at shooting of this video, where are we? May 2021, there's the iOS 14 update. That has to do with Apple and the advertising platform. So I'm not going to go into detail here. If you want to know what that's about, drop a comment below and I will just give you an answer on that. So if you're already running ads, you'll already be aware of it and you'll be making the changes. If you're thinking about running ads, there's a lot of education at the moment that can help you get set up in the correct way. So ads, targeted, bit of a learning curve, but once you've learned them, they are running while you're in the studio. You're sending people to your mailing list, to your content while you're doing something else. And for me, that's the most powerful thing. You can set aside a budget, and when it hits that budget, then the ad will stop. So you can control it as well. So if you have never thought about doing ads, then maybe it's something you want to consider, start getting some education towards and move towards that. All right, so let's go ahead and look at online marketing tip number 2. Okay, anyone who knows me well knows that this is my favorite art marketing strategy, and that's email marketing. Yes, here's why I think email marketing needs to be top of your list. Well, number 1, pretty much everyone's got email. Number 2, not everyone's on social media, and people are leaving by the day. Number 3, you're going to get permission from people. So you're not going to email people who haven't given you permission. You're only going to email people who said, yes, I really want to hear more about your studio updates, your work, your workshops, where I can get a discount code to buy your stuff on Shopify, whatever it is for your art business. They are saying, yes, please, I want to hear more from you. And I'm thinking, why would you not want to do email marketing? You then send a nice chatty email, maybe once a week or once a fortnight, and making sure it's good, high quality content. You're sending them to something to find out more about you. You're sending them to a promotion. You're sending them to somewhere where you've got, you're sharing inspiration, a bit about your story, etc., etc. I've got more videos on email marketing, so look in the description below this video to find out more. And you know what? It's pretty easy to send these days a really pretty email that's also got images and things that make it really stand out, can be your brand. So email marketing, as you can probably guess, is my number 1 online strategy. It's right up there with ads. It's not really going to cost you much apart from the running of the platform. And there are a lot of email marketing platforms now that give you a free start. So you can get in for nothing and you can start to pay a bit as you go forwards. But honestly, you're running a business has expenses. This is a really important expense for your business. All right, number 1, those ads. Number 2, email marketing. Sort of got a bit of a cost, so technically it's not free, but we kind of put it in the free because you can start from there and it doesn't cost you to write the email. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 3. Oh, okay, we're on number 3. Number 3 is YouTube. Now, as I've already mentioned in previous videos, having a YouTube channel is really, really great for you if you do teaching, you share art demonstrations, you run workshops and classes, you're doing something where you're creating content a bit like I do every single week. Why is YouTube so brilliant? It's a search engine. All right, people are looking for content every day. They're skimming videos, they're putting things in. I really want to learn about watercolor painting. I really want to discover how to do this, how to do that. And so they're on the platform already looking for content. So rather than you creating content and trying to push it out, put it on a platform that's already got people looking. Is there again a few tips and tricks on your YouTube channel? Yes, definitely. Do you need to do research for titles and really understand your search engine optimization? That's the words that people are going to look for. They're going to type into that search bar to find your video. You definitely don't just want to put a video up that says, hey, my latest, something from the studio. You want to do a little bit of a research. And of course, I'm going to be doing videos on how to do videos on YouTube. You want to make sure your video sounds good, looks good, all of those good things as well. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 4. All right, number 4 online art marketing tip is, you've guessed it, the other search engine, Pinterest. So Pinterest is often a place we love to go and play. All right, let me know in the comments below if you just love to play on Pinterest. You've got boards and you're collecting all sorts of things, but you're not really using it strategically for your art business. And I want to say to you, okay, this is, for some people, it's going to be the best marketing strategy for them. If you have got an online store, you use Shopify or WooCommerce or Etsy, actually it doesn't really matter the platform, you've got an online store with products for sale, then using Pinterest is really vital. Here's why. Something like 80+% of people who use Pinterest go on to make a purchase. They're making buying decisions. They're collecting things on their board that's aspirational, that they want to perhaps later go on and buy. So they're going to pin your picture, your print, your product onto their board, and they're going to make a decision, and at some point they're going to go back and buy one of those. So why would you not be using Pinterest? It's a little bit time consuming, all right? You've got to create pins, schedule pins, you've got to repin other people's pins. One of the best ways to get out there on Pinterest is to join group boards and pin your content onto group boards so that gets seen by even more people. So it's a little bit time consuming, but you know what I want to say to you? It's actually a lot of fun, all right? It's really an enjoyable medium to use because you're creating pictures. You can pin your videos from YouTube direct onto Pinterest. And you can actually apply for rich pins. What does that mean? That means that you can actually sync something like your Shopify store. And when you pin a product on your Pinterest board, it has all the information that's on your store and people can click straight away through and make a purchase. Wonderful. You update something on your store, it updates on your pin. Really, really useful, time saving, and it's a really fairly simple process to do. You can check out, I'll put a link below this video where you can learn a little bit more about Pinterest and how you can verify yourself for rich pins. All right, so Pinterest, definitely. You want to be pinning 10 to 20 pins a day. That's why it's time consuming. But you know, we love the platform Tailwind, so we're advocates of Tailwind. I love it. I use it for scheduling Instagram and Pinterest. So I will put a link below this video where you can have a little bit of a look and a trial at the scheduler Tailwind, the Tailwind app. All right, let's go on to the last one. Oh no, we're not there yet. Let's go on to the last two. Right. Number 5, we're so nearly there. Instagram Reels. Okay, it's still in the video world. Now, if you haven't yet reeled over on Instagram, check out this video because I walk you through exactly how to create your reel. It's really simple. It's a 15 or 30-second video set to music. And honestly, more and more artists are using them every day, but I see them and they're not terribly exciting. I think you could make them better. You could get bigger views. Why are Reels so great? Reels get put out to an audience of new people. When you post on your regular feed, that just gets seen by people who already like you. You want to get in front of a new audience. You want to be discovered on that Explore tab, on the Reels tab. So doing a Reel, once you get the idea of it, it's really quick and easy. Make sure you take lots of video footage this way up, a few seconds as you go around your day. And I find then that I can create a reel out of those bits. Or you can create it direct in the app, which is even quicker. So we love Reels. Check out the video, as I said, to learn how to do that and start to increase your reach over on Instagram. All right, second to last online art marketing tip, number 6. Oh yes, Facebook live video. Now, if you've decided that you're going to run Facebook ads, Facebook's going to reward you a little bit more if you're also playing on your page. And one of the best ways to play on your page is to do live video. And I hear you going, oh my goodness me, Sophie, when am I going to paint or create or put together my workshops? You know, once you've really made your decision on these different platforms and you've got a little bit of a system, and this is some stuff that we teach inside our Art Business Academy, we help everybody just pick the right strategies and get a really easy weekly routine so you don't have to think about it anymore. Once you've done that, you won't be overwhelmed by what I'm talking about. Facebook Live video. If you teach, for example, this will be super easy because you can teach a little tip or trick every week. If you don't teach and you've got products, you're going to maybe have to think a little bit more outside the box. So it might be, again, inspiration, studio inspiration. It might be what's happening today. It might be how your artwork is progressing. It might be you're shipping something off to a customer and your shipping process and how do you do that. It might be a bit about your story, your materials. All right, the ideas are infinite. You can come up with lots and lots and lots of things to talk about on your live video. You've just got to be thinking about, are your audience going to want to watch that video? So you might also want to talk about where to hang your product or how to look after it. So there's lots of different things you can do. Make sure it's going to work for your audience. So once you're doing a live video, say once a week, and if you then decide to also run ads, then your ads are likely going to work better if you're actually using your Facebook page. We're at number 7 already. I can't believe that. LinkedIn. Okay, so before you go, oh no, that's not for me, hear me out. LinkedIn is definitely becoming more of a social, non-social media platform, 100%. So you can put up your profile. If, for example, you want to get in front of key influencers or galleries or decision makers, or you want to put your art in corporate, or you work in that kind of more corporate environment or public art space, then you want to put a profile up on LinkedIn and also start sharing some content, join some groups. You can make a page as well. You can do pretty much all the things you can do on the other platforms. You can't just go and follow a lot of people though. You need to have a connection. You need to know the person that you're connecting to, and then they have to say yes or no. So I kind of like that. It's a little bit more polite. I definitely recommend all of us artists having a profile on LinkedIn. I've had a profile for a really long time because I've come out of the business world, so my profile sort of shows lots of different things. It's not specifically artist focused, but it gives a good idea of who I am and what I've done. So I suggest you do the same. So you can look at my LinkedIn profile in the link in the description below this video. I promised you at the beginning that you need to stay right to the end. Why? I was going to share the most important thing that you need to be doing with your online, well, and also your offline, all your art marketing really, in order to save you a ton of time and a heaps of your money. Are you ready for it? It's super simple. Everything you're doing with your marketing must be going to build your mailing list. So remember we spoke about the email marketing. The email marketing is how you're going to build that connection and trust between the people that you have offered to join your list. So you've put out some content that says, hey, you want to join my mailing list? They join the mailing list, and now you're going to send the emails to communicate and build that trust and connection with them. So really you want to be thinking everything you're doing, how can I grow my mailing list? Ads, super easy. You know, you can put a link below the videos on your YouTube channel. You can, of course, talk about it on your Facebook page. You can have a link to where people can join your mailing list under the timeline, on your Instagram bio. You can have a link on Pinterest. You can use certain pins that are just going to drive people to join the mailing list. And this is really important. Why? Because you don't own the other platforms. The only thing you own as an art business is your mailing list. It's your list of customers, your would-be customers, your interested people. All right? If Facebook decides to shut down tomorrow, all that hard work you've put into creating your Facebook page, oh, and by the way, they own Instagram, of course, so, and your Instagram would all disappear. You might have 10, 20,000 followers, but how many people have you got on your mailing list? That's what we focus on. We focus on growing our mailing list, and the social media is nice to do as well. But the most important thing is to build a list. You own it. It's your business. You can stay in touch with your customers. If all you do is put all your eggs in the basket on a platform that belongs to somebody else, and that platform changes its rules or shuts down altogether, all the hard work is gone. I can't say it more succinctly than that. All right, so there's a few videos on building your mailing list. I'll put a link to my sort of longer training video below this one as well. And look out for more up-to-date ones where I'm talking about different ways that you can grow your mailing list, etc., etc. All right, I hope you've loved the content of this video. If you want to know more things you can do with your marketing, then don't forget you can also grab below this video a link to my free download, 40 Fabulous Ways to Market Your Art. It gives you the big picture. If you're stuck for ideas, or you've listened to this video and you're thinking, okay, that doesn't quite work with what I'm doing, I want other ideas, grab that link below, grab your download, it's free, and it gives you, I say, lots of different ideas, and you can start to go, that one works, that one doesn't work. We only suggest you do 3 to 4 maximum, by the way, so don't get yourself overloaded. All right, hope you've loved the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to give us a like on your way out. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.